The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. It's complete to the right. At the 40, there he goes. Running toward the tape. He's at the 10. Touchdown, UT San Antonio. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. And with the extra point, they have a 2-point lead. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency, Dave.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo.
There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. To the air, it's Milroe. He's going to let one fly down the middle. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Clemson. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 5. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. UTSA takes over in the offense, ready to hit the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to...
Pulls it in on the right. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
And you just could not allow that to happen defensively, giving up a big play like that. They're going to need to now play with some sense of urgency if they're not going to give up any points here before the end of the half.
He's got his man. Open space at the 25. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Couldn't make the connection on 1st down. Now here on 2nd. He's got it on the run. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. Let's it fly. Touchdown, UTSA. And they take it in for 6 more points. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they have a 2-point lead. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. He wants to throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. He's got it inside the 30. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. This offense has to be feeling it after that last one, and they'll snap it 1st and 10 just outside the 20. He's going to pass. Escapes the sack. Escapes the sack. The sweet feet buy a little time. That is just a sideline clinic. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. And the Roadrunners will kick it off to start the second half. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football for all of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
The back goes in motion. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. To the air on 1st down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Fires the pass. Intercepted. Got room on the return. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get... they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking to throw, it's Stafford. Got his man all by himself. Oh, look out on the right. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Roadrunner. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a two-play drive. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this drive.
And now on second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe. And how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it.
Really nice play there catching the pass, and I'll tell you, it's not easy to get on the field these days at Clemson if you're a wideout. Because of the success they've had recruiting and all the NFL talent they've had outside at the position, getting on the field and competing is no simple task. It's not easy to do, but this guy has everything you look for. He is built to succeed, not just at the college level. I think this guy's got an opportunity on Sundays, too.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and they forced the incompletion.
Offense gets set for second down. Quarterback will audible. He'll just keep slinging it. Fires to the big fella. Got room at the 35. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient, most of the time, that drag route's going to come open.
Dropping back, it's Milroe. They're bringing heat. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
He wants to throw here on second down. Looking for the end zone. He caught it. And he'll run out of bounds just short of the goal line. Wanted to get it in, but couldn't quite get home. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. Clemson will come to the line with the first and goal. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers! Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. So it's an 80-yard drive. It was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They go to the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, UTSA 30, Clemson 28.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Dropping back, it's Stafford. Moves around to clear up the vision. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Got the quick pass. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Man, you have to do everything in your power not to let your momentum carry you out of bounds short of the first down marker.
And I would argue, too, maybe you run your route a little bit deeper. You got to understand where the first down marker is and where I got to get to. But, yeah, I'm not running out of bounds. I'm lowering my shoulder and trying to get as much yardage as I can to make this fourth down manageable.
Brings it down on the right side. Touchdown, UT San Antonio. And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching him.
How do you not love the guts of this offense? Fourth down, it's just another down. And what do? Stay aggressive, throw the football down the field, make the big play, get the big touchdown.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They'll throw it on first down. He fires a bullet to the right. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Takes it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. First down here for the offense. The handoff, keep working on that clock. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's second and 11. Looking to pass. It's Stafford. Lets it fly deep downfield. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down. This is a hard game and a hard position to play. But if you're the starter at this level, you cannot miss that throw.
No, you can't. And they don't miss that very often. I mean, those are the throws that usually see big plays on. The receiver gets a step, gets open. That's not one that they usually miss.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. On first down, here comes this offense. Looking to move it through the air. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
How about this defense coming out aggressive on first down? They're in the red zone. They're like, no, we're going to take the fight to you. Now setting up a second down and long and putting them in a great position to be successful.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
Listen, that wasn't the greatest run in the world, but it was very successful when you're making me honor the run. And another thing, every time you run the football, someone gets tackled. There's physicality involved in the game. So I like when offenses commit to the running the football, no matter what the outcome is, because those body blows do add up.
Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from... Tar Heels will put total leather to crank us up. And he's going to try to return this one. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. They'll try the run. Now they've got breathing room. Got 6 all the way out to the 20.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. Pre-snap motion quarterback trying to get a read. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
Now they'll face 3rd and 4 in their first possession of the game. Scanning the field, it's Milroe. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
The one thing that can derail this offense, a bunch of 3 and outs. They won't do that here, but they might go 4 and out if they don't convert. On 4th down, going to the air. Looking for a deep man. It's complete. A huge pickup. Afterburner's coming. Touchdown, Florida. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. You don't see this very often, an early onside kick when you have the lead. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Well, I give them a lot of credit for having guts. You normally don't see onside kicks until the very end of the game. Here we are in the first quarter, and they tried one, but it didn't work. So their defense now has to come out here and bail them out.
The offense set for a 1st down play. Wants to throw. It's Milroe. Feeling some heat. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. You see a Gator bringing the heat like that, you think about Derek Harvey, who was the MVP of the national championship game in 06.
And Alex Brown and Javon Curse, they had a long list of guys that could really make the quarterback's life difficult. You got to put pressure on the quarterback. You got to affect him. Really nice job on this play.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Wants to throw on 2nd down. Grabbed in the middle. It's London. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Wide out in motion. On 3rd down, going up top. Got him downfield. Touchdown, UNC! And once he got loose, it was all over. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
If you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the final 41 yards covered by that touchdown strike. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. And he's coming out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Back to throw, it's Milroe. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Motion from the offense. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on third down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. Fourth.
Trying to find it in the sun, and he muffed it. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in.
And the defense gets to the quarterback.
And the defense gets a huge play. I'll tell you, they've been wreaking havoc in this one so far. They've got so many athletes up front on this defensive line. It kind of reminds me about the defenses I used to go against in practice back in the late 90s. Guys like Javon Curse coming off the edge. The freak. It was a nightmare. So hard for our guys to block. We felt like game day was easier than what we faced in practice. And I tell you, this D-line by the Gators, what they got this year, they are special.
Second down now after the sack. Quarterback checking the play. Looking to throw, it's Milroe. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And the pass hits, picked off. Looking for more room. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
That last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
Can anyone catch him? Inside the 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Gator! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the PAT gives him a 14-7 lead. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. They want to get the ball right back here in the first half. They've got the lead going from the onside kick. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it?
But we're only in the first half, and I don't think anybody had onside kick in the second quarter on their bingo card. They were trying to catch the opponent off guard, but it didn't work. Now let's find out what this offense can do. You've got to make them pay for gambling like that.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Looking down the middle. Ball in the air. Intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's just excellent cover. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open. And if I'm the QB man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it in the tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again? Or what would you say? QB, throw that thing out there.
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some push.
This offense has a second down play. He leaves it with his back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
And a great job by the defensive line, getting some push, making them use their resources on him. Linebacker comes free, Greenman making the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
DB's right up on the receivers. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. Now facing a 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Milroe. Gets open down the middle. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And the Gators will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. The give to the back. And they stop him just short of the goal line. They'll mark it at the 1. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. Running behind that left side. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Florida!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays, and they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team out there getting set. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Quarterback checking off. Dropping back, it's Milrow. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Got it! He gets it in! Touchdown, North Carolina!
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. Out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Gets it out fast. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throwing catch. The Gators will kick it away to start the second half. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job of pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well, because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
Wants to throw on first down. He lets it fly. And it's picked off for the third time today. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Have a day, young fella. 2 interceptions already? That's 3, 4, 5, 6 games for some people. A hot start, catching the football. He's acting like he's playing wide receiver out there. I might think about trying a different DB.
Fires to the big fella. Still on his feet at the 45. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. The Gators want to move quickly. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing a negative play.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the right. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
You You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. What do? You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
He nails it. A 58-yard field goal.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now.
Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, I think it's pretty safe to say this guy's going to be getting a helmet sticker. That now his 2nd interception of the game. He has just been lights out here today.
So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. Direct snap. Relying on that running game, and it works for about 3 yards to the 31.
It's just simple. Simple 1st down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. A strike downfield. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Gators!
Forget about those tight ends, right? They come up and they block most of the time.